Welcome back to LAK Sports, and join me is the 2018 PFL champ and the former UFC veteran Philipe Lins. He will be fighting Francis Ngannou in May on the MVP MMA 1 card. So thank you so much, Philippe, for taking the time. And how are you?
What's up, guys? I'm feeling great, feeling blessed to talk today, talk with you.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, like I said, thanks for taking the time. This historic card. I mean, MVP MMA 1. Obviously, I don't think anybody saw this coming. But were you surprised that he had aspirations with MMA and was going to put on a card like this?
Yeah, I think MVP coming to MMA to do a very good job. I think this is gonna be the first event. I think it's gonna be a great. This is gonna be the first one. This is gonna be a great history on the MVP MMA. So, and I'm feeling blessed. My manager called me and asking me, I have a great opportunity to fight Francis on Netflix. I'm saying, oh yes, I'm right away said yes. So, and he said, yeah, we have a deal. Now, oh my gosh, I'm gonna fight on the first MMA event on Netflix with so many legends, two woman MMA pioneers, Gina Carano, Ronda Rousey, my opponent Francis Ngannou, one of the greatest heavyweights of MMA heavyweights of all time, Nate Diaz, Mike Perry, and so other many great fighters. May 16, live on Netflix. We're going to make a history and be a part of this is amazing. I'm feeling blessed and excited.
Hmm. Well, again, this is a huge fight. Were you when they offered you Francis though? Were you surprised? Did your did you have any obviously you were away from the sport for 2 years. Did you have any thought that you ever be able to fight Francis, given that you both were in the UFC at the same time?
Um, man, I'm surprised, of course, but I'm working with the best manager, Ali Abdelaziz. He's one
Yeah.
of the best. I stay 2 years off, and I'm asking God to give me opportunity to back to find to do what I love, and He's sending me this opportunity to fight. Francis, one of the best heavyweights of all time, uh, former UFC champion, uh, fought with so many legends, knocked out so many, the most of his opponents. Um, uh, Crossed the MMA line, fight two heavyweight champion, boxing champions, and uh, they gave me this opportunity because they believe that I can do the fight, I can win the fight. So
Mhm.
I'm excited for this one. You know what I mean? I'm surprised, but at the same time, they gave me this opportunity because they believe in me. Also,
For sure. Like I said, it's been 2 years. Do you obviously? I can't imagine that was your intention, but if it was, was there any benefit with the time off? Did you have any injuries, any lingering injuries that you had to resolve? How do you feel after being away from the cage?
yeah, in 2014, 2024 was my last fight in my UFC contract against Kutalaba was a victory.
Hmm.
And that time I did hope that they is gonna renew my contract, but they didn't. They chose to not renew my contract. In the beginning it was hard,
Hmm.
but I take my time, putting my mind in place, fix the things in in my personal life that needed to be fixed. Um, I'm healed, I'm healthy, and back to the track to do what I love, to do to do my job, to make money, support my family. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Absolutely. This is gonna be a payday. Um,
Yeah.
what has like what has the experience been like under the MVP promotions? And is this just another event to promote, or do you feel like you need to hold yourself to higher standards given this is a historic event for MVP productions promotions?
Can
Excuse
you
me.
can you ask again, please? Repeat.
Um, what has the experience like doing the press conference for MVP? And is this just another event that you need to promote, or do you feel like you need to hold yourself to higher standards given the historic event that this event is going to be taking place?
Um, was amazing experience. Go to California to my first big press conference was that one,
Yeah.
and I'm feeling amazing. They make a good party, good show to everybody, to the media, to the people go there, ask questions, autographers, something like that. Was amazing. That day was amazing, and I think they're gonna do another one in New York, another press conference in New York after after they released the fight against Nate Diaz and Mike Perry. They're gonna do a new one,
Hmm.
another new press conference in New York. MVP already announced that, and then I think they gonna make more MMA events for sure. This is gonna be the first one of they coming to make a great story on MMA also.
Hmm. For sure. Now, let's talk about the training camp. This isn't the first time that teammates have been on this under the ATT have been on the same MMA card. So for you and Junior to be not only training together, but to be preparing for the same card, what's that experience been like? And what does that do for the mental factor in training camp?
Yeah, the experience with fighting the same kind of Junior Cigano, one MMA legend. I'm a big fan of him. In the beginning of my MMA career, he's almost already a UFC champion. So it's amazing training with him. I'm training with him since 2017 when I arrived here at American Top Team. It's amazing. Uh, he's gonna fight. Uh, Adriano Martins is gonna fight also. He's my other friend that train here in American Top Team.
Yeah.
One guy from Morocco, so that train here is gonna fight. So it's gonna be me and more 3 or 4 fighters is gonna fight in the May 16 in this Netflix event. So it's amazing. It's amazing. I'm an experienced fighter. Um, and take this pressure to fight Francis Ngannou, make this my fuel. Uh, it's gonna be amazing. I'm every day, every training, every week. I'm feeling getting ready, for this big challenge. Junior
Hmm.
Cigano helped me. He's already fought with Francis.
Hmm.
Renan Ferreira, problema, already fight Francis, fought
Yeah.
Francis. He helped me also and so many others fighter.
Yeah.
So training here in America Top Team, the best MMA gym in the world, the best coach, the best training partners. So it's amazing. It's a good feeling. I'm feeling great. You know what I mean? Every week I'm getting ready to this big challenge on my MMA career.
Hmm. Francis is known as probably one of the most dangerous punchers in MMA history. What's the difference between respecting the power and but fearing it?
Yes, Francis is gonna be the biggest challenge I'm gonna face on my entire MMA career.
Hmm.
He's already proved that he's the most dangerous, powerful MMA fighters in the world. So, and I know this, but like I said, I'm an experienced fighter. If I put in all my skills on the right way, on this fight. I think I have a very well chance to beat him. Uh, find a hole on his game is difficult. He's already proved that this. He's getting better at his game on the ground. His last two fights was he's finished the opponents on the ground. Sure gain and Renan Problema was on the ground. So, but I'm experienced fighter. The the difference, the big difference between me and him, I think, is the size. He's more powerful, of course, and the speed. I think my speed and my footwork is gonna make the difference at this fight.
Hmm. No, and I agree. I was going to bring that up. How do you mentally prepare for? How do you mentally prepare to be still aggressive? Do you feel like that's an advantage over Ngannou that people aren't talking about?
Can you repeat, please?
How do you mentally prepare to still be aggressive? Is there an
Mm.
advantage over Ngannou that people aren't talking about?
You ask me if my aggressive on the fight, aggressive on the fight.
Yeah,
Sorry,
how do you
sorry
mentally
for my English.
prepare? Sorry,
How
how
I
do you
mentally
prepare
prepare.
to? Yeah, how do you mentally prepare to stay aggressive, and how do you know when to apply that in this fight?
I know. Now I got it. Thank you. Um, Ma'am, I prepare myself every day,
Hmm.
my mentally every day. Uh, I take my time alone, walk, go to the one place in nature. You know what I mean? I like walk on the beach. I like walk on the parks. So thinking about the fight, be prepared on my mind, and like I said, to find a hole in his game is very difficult. Uh, but I have a very, very good IQ
Hmm.
fight IQ. So I'm ready, man. I'm ready for this big challenge. Every day I'm work on my mental game, thinking about what is gonna be the best to do at this fight. You know what I mean?
Hmm. I don't. I wouldn't ask you to give out your game plan, but when you picture this fight in your head, how do you see it playing out in a stylistic matchup like this?
Man, it's gonna be. I'm gonna say. Um Francis is the big jazz challenge I'm gonna face on my entire career. The most important fight, the big jazz opportunity I'm gonna have in my entire MMA career.
Hmm.
One victory over him is a masterpiece. You know what I mean? And it's gonna put in my name on the MMA history forever. So, like I said, if I put in all my skills, my footwork, my speed, in the right place on this fight is gonna be 5 rounds. So you know what I mean? I'm gonna
Hmm.
use my fight IQs a lot to wait the right opportunity to catch him with a punch, to take him down. A
Hmm.
lot of things. You know what I mean? If I put in my skills in the right way, I'm gonna beat him for sure.
And when you signed to fight Francis, obviously uh, every fighter needs to get paid, but was it more important for your legacy more than anything? To
The legacy is important because, like I said, we one win over France and gonna put in my name in on the high top level
Yeah.
of MMA. So, but at my age, I'm 40 years old. The money is very important, bro. The money is very
Absolutely.
important to support my family. You know what I mean? Yeah, the legacy is important. but the money is very important also.
Of course. And enough about the fight here. I want to you mentioned there's going to be another press conference. How excited are you to have Mike Perry and Nate Diaz, both guys that are great on the mic at the press conference?
Yes, yes, it's gonna be crazy, man. I'm excited for this press conference to see Mike Perry, Nate Diaz, two guys that like the mic, to say things. I'm excited for this new press conference. It's gonna be, I think it's gonna be April 15 in New York, Madison Square Garden. So it's gonna be crazy. I'm excited to be there to see.
For you though, because this will be the second press conference, given the fact that you have different reporters in each city you're going to, does it ever get repetitive when you're asked the same question about fighting Francis?
Yeah. Uh, yeah, it's gonna be the same questions about Fight Francis, his powerful, the things, one victory over him, things like that. I'm trying to be the most what I'm gonna say, the most um true possible. You know what I mean? Every answer, uh, try to be clear and say what I want do at the fight and what I'm expected for that. You know?
For sure, for sure. Now, obviously, you're not the only fight on this card, so I gotta ask with your teammate Junior, how do you when you look at his matchup, what do you feel he needs to do in this matchup to be victorious?
Yeah, he's gonna fight one Cuban guy, karate combat champion, former UFC fighter. He's tall. He's very good at striking, kicking. But Junior Cigano is a legend. He's a his skill at boxing. If he put in all his skills on this fight, he's gonna beat that guy. But it's a high level sport, you know what I mean? And he need take careful because the other opponent was he's a very dangerous opponent for Junior also. But I think Junior is gonna beat him.
Mm-hmm. And looking at Mike Perry and Nate Diaz, last time we've seen Nate Diaz in a couple of his fights, it would appear that maybe he didn't come fully loaded in his fights. A lot of a lot of tactics that he was putting in his fight didn't always seem like the Nate Diaz that in his previous fights. So when you look at this matchup, how do you kind of see this fight going?
Bro, he's a two two brawlers, you know what I mean? Two guys that going for going for likes to make an exciting fights. So Mike Perry, the king of violence, Nate Diaz, the gangster of California. So it's gonna be crazy. I'm excited for this one. You know what I mean? I
Mm-hmm.
think it's gonna be a bang this fight. It's gonna have a fireworks. You know what I mean?
For sure. And let's look at the ladies. You got Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano. What do you think about the this matchup? And maybe it's 15 years too late.
Yeah, I'm a big fan for both of them. Two woman MMA pioneers. Um, this one is hard, but I'm I'm gonna say to myself, I like knockout people out, and Gina coming from kickboxing, boxing, I'm gonna put in my bets on her, Gina Carano.
All right, awesome. Well, Philippe, I appreciate you taking the time. I know you're in camp here and you got a big fight ahead of you. So I just want to say I appreciate again the time. A little bit mixed up at the beginning with my words, but I appreciate you taking the time. And just good luck on May 16th. You got a big fight against Francis Ngannou. Hopefully you come back victorious. And I'd love to talk with you again soon. So good luck. Good luck with training camp. Good luck to you and your team. And we'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you. Appreciate it, my friend.